Bruh.
Noah?
Larry, what the hell are you doing?
Larry!
Larry, you can't just... Oh,
Larry! Oh, you're...
Nonny. Oh.
Sir, I'm arrested. Oh! Larry, oh!
Hey nerds, today is a sad day, and I mean that for those of you who remember this game was even coming out. Marvel 1943, Rise of Hydra, man that is a mouthful, which I'm gonna be honest is a terrible title and is probably why I also forgot about this game. So to remind you about what this game is, it's supposedly a narrative-driven adventure game where you play as Captain America, Black Panther, a member of the Howling Commandos, and a Wakandan spy during the 1940s. And to be honest, that's all the information we've had for years. I mean, this game was supposed to come out in 2025 and now it has no release date. Literally just a few days ago, it was still slated to come out in early 2026, so this feels really last minute. They would have already known if this game was going to come out by then. In today's age, I feel like we all have this collective sense of worry that anything can be cancelled at any point, and that's what I had today for this game. Netflix has cancelled so many of my favorite TV shows. Shout out to Santa Clarita Diet, which still hurts honestly. But then we also had Concord cancelled very quickly after release. If one thing is clear, it is how quickly publishers are willing to cut their losses and move on. But this game in my opinion is too big to fail, because it has to come out at some point, and I'm glad that they need more time. Because they are getting more time. And I just hope that this game doesn't break my heart. But when I rewatch this trailer, it does get me hyped. It looks amazing graphically and you get a sense that they care about the story. But the thing is, we haven't seen any actual gameplay. There is no official gameplay trailer, unfortunately. So the question is, what will this game feel like? Is it going to be similar to an Uncharted type experience? And it does have Amy Hennig, who was the creative director on Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, which you saw me slap earlier in the video. This game's also running on Unreal Engine 5 too, so you know the game is going to look stunning. But I am honestly quite worried for this game because who knows, maybe it's going to release in 2027 at this point. I think a more interesting question is, what do I want from this game? Well, I want a great story obviously, and I think the ingredients are here to have a really interesting and branching story, as you would play as 4 different characters. But man, please give us enough time to play as Black Panther and Captain America, which to be honest is all anyone cares about playing. I mean, I think that Howling Commandos and Wakandan Spy could add some much needed variety to this game, and provide the opportunity for different set pieces and action scenes. And it would also give us a more grounded feel, so that when we switch back to playing the hero, we feel the difference in the gameplay. At the end of the day, I just want a fun game to get lost in, and I hope that this game can deliver on a proper experience for both Captain America and Black Panther. They both have their own personalities and styles, so I hope that these are both represented in the game, and we also have a chance to explore their differences, and this would manifest in conflict between them and their different moralities. But it is also important to remember that this is not T'Challa, this is his grandfather, so I hope we get to see how different he is as a Black Panther, and what he values, and also how Wakandan society is like in the 1940s. Do they want to be a part of the world, or are they just in it for their own benefit? From a tone and atmosphere perspective, I hope that this game feels like Captain America the First Avenger, but darker. And I'm also interested to see how this Captain America is portrayed, because it does feel different than Chris Evans' performance based on the short trailer. And I'd really appreciate a different take on him, just because I feel like we have very limited representations of Captain America in media, unlike Batman and Spider-Man, which have 1,000 interpretations. And this is a chance to show that Captain America has many different sides to him. You know, this one can be darker, maybe a bit edgier. I would like the skill systems of the characters in combat to be very fleshed out, and not feel like they have to split their efforts between, say, Captain America and Black Panther. And I'm not sure how they're going to handle the other non-hero characters. But one thing we do know is that this is not an open world game, at least not in the traditional sense. I hope that they do include a few hub areas like God of War or Last of Us Part 2 had, where you can kind of look around the environments and you have the chance for a bit of traversal. But as of right now, there are a lot of unknowns with this game. We basically know nothing, unlike Wolverine. But since I do trust Insomniac Games, that's the difference. I don't know whether I can trust this game to be good. I'm really just hoping that we have a superhero game renaissance, since it felt like the Arkham series was abandoned in 2015 with Arkham Knight, and then Spider-Man came after and dominated the superhero game industry. And let's not talk about the Marvel's Avengers game, which was so bad that it got delisted from digital stores, and you can no longer purchase it. I mean, that released back in 2020, so I hope studios know that we want story games and not terrible live service games all the time. I think I bought that game for $5 when it went on its last sale, before being delisted on the PlayStation Store. And honestly, I still have not played it. It's more of a piece of history for me than a game I want to play. And I mean, I've seen all the videos on it and the gameplay looked so boring to me. This console generation, as many people have said, has felt like the games have been far and few between. And I'm hoping that in the next 2 years, with GTA 6 on the way and more superhero games, that we get that true next-gen experience that we were promised when the generation started back in 2020. I mean, it feels like most of this generation, all we've been doing is talking about the PS6 and the next Xbox, rather than the generation we have today. Let's pray together that this game releases sometime in the future, before 2030, and more importantly is an actually good game. So are you excited for Marvel 1943? Are you more excited to play as Captain America or Black Panther? Or don't tell me you're excited to play as one of the non-hero characters. Does this game have a horrible title? Be honest. Let me know in the comments. And remember, I'm just another nerd. Stay nerdy out there, friends.